have all three tiers, and you're not in the right environment for you. You're gonna have to have those three tiers: the people you beat up, the people who you go back and forth with, and the people who beat you up. If you don't have all three, well, you're just not gonna have. Good morning, folks, and happy freaking hump day. Today was one of those mornings where I woke up an hour before my alarm and, well, couldn't go back to sleep, but did not want to get up. Not for shiz. But now that we're up, we are nice and energized and ready to go attack this freaking day. So I guess let's cross our fingers. Let's hope that Atlanta traffic isn't too bad. JB says that traffic is hell this morning. Let's hope that she's lying, or the GPS is lying, one or the other. And it's also keep our fingers crossed that these energy levels stay consistent throughout the whole entire day. But even though we woke up an hour before our alarm, we are getting out of the house 15 minutes late. So I guess let's hit the road, folks. Let's gather up our things, hop in the car, and I'll just hope this Atlanta traffic treats us freaking well. We're able to make it in enough time to knock out a nice, steady run, one that tests our cardio, one that gets us in better shape today than we were yesterday, folks. Well, damn it, folks. She wasn't lying. It is indeed an hour plus today. I was hoping she was just saying that to get me out of the house because I was bouncing off the walls, but nope, it's going to be an hour plus. So most likely, sprints it is. Most likely. We might be able to knock out a jog, but it's looking like sprint is going to be. Well, good news and bad news. Bad news is it was about an hour ride. Good news is it wasn't over an hour, so we have plenty of time to knock out a run. We got like 20-ish, 30-ish minutes, about 20 minutes until people start pulling in here, about 30 minutes until class starts. So we got plenty of time to knock out a run. We'll probably go with some sprints because, like I said, it's 20-ish, 30-ish minutes. So it'll give us plenty of time to blow our lungs out, break a sweat, get in better shape today than we were yesterday. So I guess let's go find a hill and start sprinting, folks. That was a nice, solid freaking set of sprints. How many did we do? I have no idea. I picked a pretty fat hill and lost count at 10. But we pushed ourselves, and that's all that really matters. And on top of it, I think our cardio is finally back to where it was before we got sick when we were coming back from vacation. I think our cardio is finally back. That was the best run we have had since then. Dang, feel good. Feel real good. Guess we're gonna stretch it out a little bit and then head in here to get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Y'all ever just question your whole entire existence from one roll with an individual? Yeah, me too. But we had a good day of getting better today than we were yesterday. It was only our very first roll where we were like, damn, what the hell am I doing with my life? And then after that, we started flowing pretty well. But I'm freaking starving, and well, traffic is looking about the same on the way home as it was on the way here. So I guess just wish me luck, folks, and let's hope we can get home in enough time to get us a little nap in before having to go get these kids better today than they were yesterday. Well, shit, that whole entire freaking ride was red. We're getting here like 30 minutes later than what we had thought we were. So I guess let's get inside and try to get us a little nap in before we go get these kids better today than they were yesterday, and hope that our nap resets us, revitalizes us, re-energizes us, because after practice we were nice and energized, and now our energy levels have just well, good news, our nap rejuvenated us, at least enough to go teach these kids, to go get them better today than they were yesterday. And anything else will be powered by this. So let's hit the road, folks. Well, we are pulling in, and if we would have been a minute later, we would have been late. So let's get in here and get these kids better today than they were yesterday. We can yap about what we are doing or what we did after, because like I said, we might as well be late. Well, kids class went phenomenal. We worked on escaping some mount today. A little bit of mount escapes. Our students were having a little bit of struggle. When you get mounted, what do we do? They keep hiding their face on us. They cross face us, and then they drop their face to the mat. So now I can't make any distance whatsoever. What do I do about this? And, well, your goal is going to be to get your hands back in front of their face, right? Because we got to make some kind of space. We can't just hug them and just pray. Of course, we can trap and off balance, but the problem is now they don't have a locked grip around you, so they're going to be able to post fairly quickly, right? They're going to be able to take that underhook hand and post fairly easily. And a lot of times they may just stay there posted, you know? So you're not going to be able to just buck them off of you and roll through. What you might be able to do, and this is what I told them. You're going to have to off balance them. You're going to have to get them to post to that arm. You're going to have to get them to raise their head just a little bit. Traditionally, when I go to post to that arm, I'm going to raise my head up a little bit, just out of natural reaction. So from there, we get our hands in front of their face, and then we get our hands under their chin and we elevate. And then we bring our hands back in, and now it's just a normal mouth escape. We're just shrimping. And everyone pretty much got it. And if they didn't get the shrimping, they at least got them to where they're not getting their face cranked on. They were able to get their hands in front of their face and go from there. So I would say it was successful. I was trying to say successful. I don't know what the heck I was saying right there, though. It was a successful day. Now we must go get better today than we were yesterday. And I'm pretty sure we only have enough gas to like roll into the parking lot. So fingers crossed, folks. Fingers freaking crossed. Luckily, traffic wasn't too terrible, so we were able to get out here pretty quickly. So we get to stop for gas before practice. It freaking sucks. Literally sucks having to stop for gas after practice. You're like, I'm so tired. And this tedious ass little task sounds miserable right now. So I'd call that a win for the afternoon, folks. I'd call that a freaking win. I guess let's hop out. Let's slap some fuel into this joker and let's get to practice. Alrighty, we are fueled up and about to pull into the gym, but that was the strangest gas station encounter ever. I don't know if I should feel bad or not, but I mean the person seemed like they were pretty innocent, like they wouldn't hurt a fly. But this person walked up to me, their car had broken down on the side of the road, and they're like, could you like give me a ride to such and such? And they just like, they were like really panicking. So I was like, hey, calm down, what's going on? And they're like, my car broke down, such and such. I've been walking for like a mile, this, that, and mind you, they have Uggs on, so like I kind of feel like really bad, but I was like, I'm going the complete opposite way, and I'm just like kind of running late, and like, no, is there anyone you can call? They were like, my dad works there, if I could just call him. And so I let them call him. But I just felt so bad, like, and then they didn't answer, so then they started walking. But like, I don't know. I feel weird giving some stranger a ride, bruh. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, folks? Like, I don't want to be responsible for your life. What happens if we get in a wreck? You gonna sue me, bruh? You gonna sue me? Hell no. I'm not giving you no ride. But at the same time, I kind of feel bad, because what if this person was like, they said the parts store is right down the road. I have no idea where this parts store is, but it's part of me feels bad, but other part of me is like, hey, you never know. They could have had a freaking shank in their UGG, and they were about to shank you to pieces, bro. I don't know. But we've made it to the gym. I was gonna run next door and get some bag work in, but that person ended up slowing me down. I guess I could have just given him a ride at this point. I would probably been quicker than our encounter. I don't know. Should I feel bad or should I not feel bad? I've been in the situation where I've needed a ride before, but I've never asked anyone. I've walked like freaking 5 miles when my car broke down. And shoot, what are those shoes? They're like little boat shoes. They're boat shoes that were popular like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Needless to say, kind of feel bad now. Hope that person's safe. Hope they make it to the parts store safely. Just, I didn't want to be responsible for your life, you know. But anyways, we've made it to practice. I guess let's run in here and get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Shoot, tonight was one of those nights that like just ain't nothing getting going. I was just getting beat up. One of those days that we got better today than we were yesterday, because if you're just ragdolling people, well, guess what? You never learn to actually survive. So, what do we do today? We learn to survive. I guess that's what we learn to do. We learn to survive while getting our ass kicked and tapping repetitively. And wondering why this guy keeps pulling on my leg. Stop pulling on my leg. But, folks, my plan all day was to go home and get into bed, but I'm getting a little bit of that itchy itch, you know. I'm feeling a little bit of needing some wind down time after that practice. So let's get home so that we can grub down and hop on the games, because name a better way to freaking wind down, folks. I'll wait. You think about that while I am on the way home, folks. Sheesh, folks, I did not realize how freaking beat up our bodies were until about 20 minutes into this ride, when I was just like, dang, bro. Dang. Every part of me aches. From my head down to my freaking toes. My hair to my nails, bro. Everything's aching. But we completed it. We got better today than we were yesterday. That's dang for sure. And we completed the day. We made it to every little part of it. No, we didn't get bag work in like we had wanted to, but we did hit both practices. We got our cardio in. We got the kids better today than they were yesterday. While it may have not been an easy day by any means of getting better today than we were yesterday, we did indeed do it. And honestly, folks, I think I've said it like a million times, and I'm going to say it a million more times. The days that you struggle, the days that someone is pushing you, the days that you're getting submitted over and over and over and over and getting crushed are the days that you're progressing. I mean, honestly, those tough days are the days that you progress. If you're just beating up your partner over and over and over again, guess what? You're not really progressing. I feel like you have to have like 3 tiers of people that you work with. I heard this perfectly the other day. That person probably says it a whole lot better than I'm going to say it. But tier 1 is the people who, like, honestly, you beat up. Those people are the ones that you, like, you test the new skills out on. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do. Those are the people you get creative with. And then there's the tier 2 people who are about the same skill level as you. Y'all kind of go back and forth. Well, those people, those are the people that those new skills that you've been working on, the getting creative, you go and you actually test it. That's where you become, like, I guess, dangerous per se. That's where you pick up your percentage, your success rate on your submissions, just where you're really trying to push those rolls. And then there's the tier 3, the people who beat you. And those are the people you try to survive from. Of course, you're still trying to sub them, but honestly, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to sub them. So your best bet is to work on your survival, work on your defense, work on this, work on that. I mean, think about it. If you go with someone who you know is going to sub you from the back, guess what you get to work on today? Protecting your neck, getting them off of your back, trying to flatten yourself back out, trying to turtle up, trying to, whatever it may be, whatever your goal is that day. Maybe it's just, hey, I don't get subbed, let's keep my grips tight, let's hand fight good. Maybe it's, okay, well, I know I don't ever get subbed when I'm hand fighting. Okay, today I want to try to flatten myself out, and I want to try to get them off my back. Maybe you get body triangled. Okay, I want to try to get both legs in between my legs. So that's my goal for the day. You just set those little goals with those people. And as long as you'll have those tier 3, those 3 tiers of people you can work with, then you're in a good environment. But if you don't have all 3 tiers, then you're not in the right environment for you. You're going to have those 3 tiers. The people you beat up, the people who you go back and forth with, and the people who beat you up. If you don't have all 3, well, you're just not going to have a complete game, folks. You're not going to be progressing as... I'm not saying you can't get good. There's freaking anomalies everywhere. But what I am saying is that's the way that you're going to progress the best. But I guess let's go grub down, and then let's go wind it down, folks. I'm pretty sure we're sticking to our guns of playing games. If not, then I'll catch y'all tomorrow. But as of right now, we're sticking to our guns. Let's get inside. Let's hop on the games for about an hour or so. And let's freaking, and of course, grub down. So, hope to see y'all there. If not, good night, folks. And BillyGoat freaking loves ya. Hang on, folks. Before I call it a night, it's kind of ironic that it was the beginning of the week we spoke about this. And it may have been yesterday. It may have been last week. I don't remember. Anyways, one day recently we spoke about how the average, when you're shooting for long-term goals, the average days just don't feel as satisfying to you anymore. And that is very, 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 very accurate. Because honestly, we didn't do a half bad today. We weren't getting our freaking face smashed in like I'm sitting here telling y'all. It's just we had an average day. It was just a day that we went in there and we did okay. We didn't do excellent. There was nothing, oh, wow, this is what I did today. I beat the best guy in the room. Nope, just an average day. But those average days begin to start feeling like bad days when there's not. When you have so many average days, those average days begin to feel like bad days. When you have so many excellent days, the average days start to feel like bad days. So I just wanted to bring it to y'all's attention that while, no, it wasn't the worst day of our lives. We didn't get absolutely freaking manhandled completely. I mean, we're going against some of the highest level grapplers in the world, so of course we're getting beat. But it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be. It really wasn't. I just wasn't able to get my game going like I wanted. It was just an average day. I had a few subs from, and I had some few times where we tapped today. It was average. That's pretty much it. But I wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Now I'm going to get my butt inside and call it a night. Good night, folks, and BillyGoat freaking loves ya.